All right, this is the new way that's called the generative beta option. Beta meaning it's a trial thing before they actually officially release it to be something that should work all the time for you. So here I am again with an 11 by 17 document. I have just made with an outline only a 1-inch by 1-inch square. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit on this guy here. And now I'm going to ask for it to come up to object. We're going to go down to pattern again, but since we don't have a pattern, we want it to generate a pattern for us. So generate patterns is in beta, and then it gives us this option box, a dialog box, and this is where we could kind of describe what kind of pattern we want. What if I do geometric shapes? Like mid-century modern art. And we'll see what it comes up with. I can also go over here to a color palette and I could choose something like, I could specify if there's certain colors that I want. I could come in and I could click on some colors, which means you can save colors ahead of time, right? And put them in over here. I could come over here to my color palettes and go to swatch libraries and look for some different kinds of colors and things that I might want over here. Maybe I want something more earth tones. Maybe I want something that's more like foods. So I could like pick different kinds over here of kinds of colors that I might want to have to work with. So it's totally up to you. You can pull from wherever. I'm going to close that. Right now, I'm just going to click generate and see what happens. So I've put in geometric shapes like mid-century modern art, and I'll click that and we'll see what happens. It'll take a moment or two. So you hum a little song to yourself. It always pops up with 3 possibilities. It's still working on rendering those options for me to kind of take a look at them. One is generated, 2, and 3. So it's letting me kind of see some different possibilities. I'm going to check out that versus some of that repeating stuff. This is kind of interesting. Okay. So if I don't like this, I could click on it to add to generate more options. I'm going to click on this one, reduce this window, and I could then now enlarge this guy and see what the whole kit and caboodle could look like as this ginormous wallpaper pattern. I'm going to pull it down. We'll drag it up. So if I like this, I go like, hey, this is great. I'll take this. If I want to see it as a different option, I can come over here and again, see if I like that kind of a pattern or this one. You don't have much in the way of messing around with how it's actually gridded. When you do your own, you can choose how it's gridded. Here it comes up as a basic grid already. We could ask for it to generate more and see what happens. But this is sort of an interesting way to put in what you're visualizing and seeing how close the AI comes up to it. So this is a second option for actually creating a pattern rather than physically doing one. So you can choose either method to be your pattern. We'll see what this one comes up with one more time before we head out. Oh, these are kind of cool. I rather like that. That's fun. So yes, choose either a traditional pattern where you're going to make a little something, or whether you want to come and work with generative patterns and see what it can generate for you based on your input for your tie.